Good morning to everyone and welcome to another update on the market. For today, I decided to cover USD versus Japanese yen. I will speak about the gold market, crude oil, and Bitcoin versus US dollar. I will start with the USD versus Japanese yen first. So what I have here, this is a 30-minute time frame, and you can see basically that the USD yen was trading inside of this rising channel. And after the period of the rise over a couple of days, we can see that market made a first lower high and lower low. So there was a fail to test this previous high this morning. So that's a serious sign of weakness and potential for the further downside movement on the USD Japanese yen. So I see the potential for the further drop towards the 137.70 or even 137.30 on the short-term perspective. So breakout of the upside channel and a lower high and lower low that we had this morning on the USD Japanese yen. Speaking of the gold market again, gold was trading also in some channeling mode of like from a couple of days ago and from also a few days ago. So we have this channeling mode here, and we have a bigger channeling mode from this perspective and parallel line. So what I found here is that very similar, like we had like a failed test of the low during the overnight session and market took the highs. So that's a very good sign for the further high prices, at least from my perspective towards the 1973. But there is also a chance for the price to go and trade into the area of 1985. So potential for the rally. Overall, there is a potential today from my perspective for the decrease on the US dollar power, and which will then enable potentially gold, crude oil, and USD yen to go to the downside. And speaking of the crude oil, I see potential for the further higher prices, depend of what we have in the background and what we have in the previous days. So here we can see that market traded just a little bit. A pullback yesterday and made an inside day, and today there is a potential for the higher prices from my perspective, at least towards the 76.80 area or 76.70 area, at least for that second leg to develop on this daily time frame. So we have this initial first leg, there was a pullback, and now we're in process of building the second leg. We can also use expansion tool, and you will see basically that 100% expansion is at 79.55, but I will say this level around 76, 65, 76 area, 76.90 is also a very important level to watch, but the 100% expansion of this swing will be around 79.59. And speaking of the Bitcoin, nothing really changed. So again, I think this is a big fake breakout that happened like a couple of, like 5 to 6 days ago. So market traded close on the high, then the market yesterday traded lower, but close off the low. Still, this area is now proving to be again support. So there is a potential for the rally towards 27,400, let's say 500, but overall also towards the 29,000 and let's say 800 mark. That will be all for this update. I hope, guys, that you did enjoy it. Trade safe as always, and have a good weekend. Speak to you from next week from Monday.